This is 911. Do you have an emergency?
Today on Rescue 911. Friends in the great outdoors. A deadly fall in the middle of nowhere.
Someone help us, please!
Places one man's life in the hands of another.
When I looked into his eyes, it was like he wasn't there.
Plus,
My little brother is choking.
a crisis on the other end of the line.
He'll be there in about 10 minutes.
But he won't live that long!
A telephone is a baby's only link to life.
God, hurry!
On Rescue 911.
We begin in the scenic mountains outside White River Junction, Vermont.
Every year somebody usually dies in the gorge. There's about a 163-foot drop on both sides, which is vertical. And one wrong move, and it could end your life.
On June 29, 1992, Damian Halleck and his friend Irv Smith were searching for coins in the Quechee River.
I've got one. It's about a 62.
People have been throwing coins from the bridge for years.
Find anything yet? Yeah, mostly just rocks and mud.
Where we were searching, those coins were getting kind of scarce. So Damien just kind of wandered off. I figured he was just going to look at another place. The walls are made of shale. It seems like it's got a lot of texture to it, but it doesn't hold you up at all. I figured he'd do like the rest of us have, start up the walls, and then just stop and come back down.
Up above on the bridge that spanned the gorge, Lon Ballard and his wife spotted Damien on the side of the cliff.
He can barely get his footing.
I told my wife, this guy's crazy climbing up the side of this gorge.
I don't think he's got any ropes.
Look how that's...
In fact, as he was climbing, you could see a few rocks starting to drop. I thought he was a novice and probably didn't know what he was doing.
Seeing him fall was the absolute worst. I honestly thought that there was a major puddle of blood on the other side with him just all broken up.
We'll call for help!
We thought that he was dead because, you know, it was such a hard hit and he hit head first. I'd never seen somebody fall and die.
When we continue.
When I looked into his eyes, it was like he wasn't there. It didn't seem like it could be possible that he would actually live through it.
I need help down here!
When Damian Halleck fell 40 feet down the shale cliffside of Quechee Gorge, bystanders on the bridge above ran for help, while Damian's friend Irv Smith rushed to his aid.
Damien! Damien! Damien!
I rolled him over knowing that he might have broke his back or his neck, but I got to clear the airway.
Damien, talk to me if you can.
I knew how to stabilize his neck from the training that I received in the military. However, I felt that he would be paralyzed.
Get something to cover that wound you got on your head, okay? I'll be right back.
There was an awful lot of blood coming mostly from his head.
Someone help us, please! Someone help!
And then his body went into convulsions. He just didn't seem like it could be possible that he would actually live through it.
The call for help sent rescuers with the Hartford Fire Department to the scene from their station 6 miles away.
When I looked into his eyes, it was like he wasn't there. I was afraid that he'd go into shock and we'd never get him back. So I had to keep talking to him. I had to keep him awake. I couldn't lose him.
Within 7 minutes of the call, medic units arrived, including EMT Jeff Libby.
When I heard it was a Gorge rescue, the first thing that started running through my mind is you got to prepare yourself for the worst.
Hey! Is he conscious? Is he having any difficulty?
When I saw him laying there, it did look like it was going to be a fatal fall.
Is he having problems breathing?
The bleeding had slowed down to almost a stop.
Talk to me.
So I didn't know if it was the hypothermia that was causing it or lack of blood.
That's going to be here shortly.
It took 20 minutes to hike down into the gorge. Before the medics could get to the victim, the specially trained high-angle rescue team arrived at the bridge, led by Fire Chief John Wood.
Down here. Took about a 40-foot fall.
Rescues at the gorge are one of the more nerve-wracking type rescues that we perform because of one little slip and one of the rescuers could be severely injured himself.
When the paramedics arrived, I just had a terrible weight lifted off my shoulders.
How's he doing?
When I'm looking at this person, he's not moving any of his extremities. The chances are, with a 40-foot fall, that he could be paralyzed. At that time, they sent us 6 more rescuers down and a Stokes stretcher.
Good. All right.
He was talking very deliriously. He wanted to know if he was going to die, and we have to try to downplay that to try to get him to talk to us, try to get him not to think of those things.
Hold on.
Chief Wood decided it was too risky to attempt to lift Damien up the 160 feet to the bridge. So the firefighters had to carry him back up the trail.
Chief St. Louis, Lanny.
When I saw him carry him out, I had a very strange feeling that I'd probably never see Damien the way I used to seeing him. The fear of it all was finally starting to catch up to me.
"22-year-old Damien Heimlich was taken to Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center, where he was diagnosed with a broken neck. His mother, Deidre Miller, was notified of his accident.
I didn't know if he was paralyzed. I didn't even know if he could think. I didn't know anything. And I didn't know what to expect when I got there.
Among the doctors treating Damien was orthopedic surgeon Phil Bernini.
I think Damien's friend Irv really did a remarkably wonderful thing, because not only did he immediately save Damien's life by allowing him to roll out of the water so that he can breathe on his own, but he did it in such a way that he protected the spine from excessive motion, which could have damaged the spinal cord, resulting in either paralysis or death.
One year later, Damien has completely recovered from the injuries he suffered in the fall.
I was in extreme pain. Every bone in my body hurt. I had the fear of not walking again, but I had the hope that everything would be all right.
I'm absolutely amazed that he's doing as well as he is. His attitude has changed a lot. He's a lot more careful on what he does. We went down to the Quechee Gorge on the exact same day that the accident happened a year ago. And he just looked at the wall and he didn't say anything. I'd like to know what he was thinking, but he wouldn't tell me. You know, he just left it at that. And it's great to have him back. It's just great.
If I have any advice to give to people, think about all the things that you've done in your life, everything that you've enjoyed doing. Imagine now that you can't do any of those. Imagine that you can't do any of those. You are now on a bed, you're now in a wheelchair, you are now relying on other people to do things for you. You'll realize real quickly how stupid I had been.
If I had one thing to say to the rescue people, it would be, thank you. It seems so insignificant just to say thank you. They saved my son's life.
Next.
911, can I help you?
Somebody's got to get here. Help me, God, he can't die. He's just a little boy.
When a 911 system was installed in Sargent County, North Dakota in June of 1994, it came as a comfort to the residents of the remote rural area. But Bert Simonensky of Cayuga never imagined she would be the first person in the county to use the new system to reach out for help.
It was quite a warm day. I had been doing dishes, and Ryan was playing outside. There were 11 years between him and his older brother, so needless to say, he's kind of an unplanned addition to the family. Ryan came in for a snack.
The refrigerator. You really hungry?
And so I took a piece of deli ham out and I just rolled it up, and he said he was going to go sit outside on the step and eat it.
Careful, okay?
He has it all the time, so I didn't think anything of it.
Ryan's 13-year-old brother, Brad, was already outside.
He keeps us busy. He goes upstairs, he's in our rooms, he's outside.
Brad, come quick!
911, can I help you?
Yes. It's an emergency.
You need an ambulance?
My mom is home and my little brother is choking.
He's choking. I need to know if he can breathe at all, if he can wheeze, or if he's not breathing at all.
Mom!
Can you help me out there?
Mom, can he breathe? He can't breathe.
Dispatcher David Kulikowski took the call from the centralized North Dakota State Radio Communications Center.
I had never handled a choking incident before, and I was wishing right away that I had had more experience.
Okay, is he turning blue?
Mom, is he turning blue? He's out.
He's out. Okay, we've got to try the Heimlich maneuver.
In a rural setting, it takes time for an ambulance to get there. I realized I was going to have to give pre-arrival medical instructions. But if you make a mistake, you could cost somebody their lives.
The nearest medic unit was more than 15 miles away.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am, we're sending the ambulance now. You've got to try the Heimlich maneuver.
I tried.
You tried. If you put your fist over his stomach above the belly button,
Yeah.
and you've jerked,
Yeah.
you're going to have to keep trying.
I don't remember exactly how many times we tried that Heimlich thing, but that didn't work.
Yeah, he's turning blue. Oh, somebody's
When I heard the mother say the child was turning blue, I could feel for the mother. I have children myself, and I wanted more than anything in the world for that child to live. It was the only thing that meant anything to me.
You've got to calm down and then try to do the best you can.
Okay.
Is it possible he's getting any air in at all?
It sounds like a little bit.
It sounds like a little bit. Okay, you're going to...
Hurry, God, hurry!
What's the EQ? Okay, you've got to keep trying, ma'am. The ambulance...
I'm trying.
They state they'll be there in about 10 minutes.
Oh, my God. But he won't live that long.
I didn't really know if he was even really still alive. But I told Ryan, you can't just die. In the back of my mind, I knew that couldn't happen.
Turning blue.
He's turning blue now. You still have him in your lap.
I've got him in my lap. No,
Okay, lay the child face up on the floor. Okay? Okay, straddle his legs with your legs.
Okay.
Place the heel of one hand on the child's stomach. Just above his belly button.
Okay.
Now push quickly down into the stomach 6 times, and then check the child's mouth for the object.
Oh, there. Okay, come on, Ryan, get rid of it.
Did something come out?
Baby. Come on, honey. He's gasping.
He's gasping?
Okay, yep.
I found out the child was gasping for air. I realized there was hope.
You've got to open his mouth and try to see if you can get something out.
I'm trying.
I advised the mother to turn the child's head to the side and scoop the material out of the mouth. I was hoping that we could get the material before the child could breathe it back in.
Okay, I brought him outside.
Okay. Was he eating something, ma'am?
Yeah, a piece of ham.
Piece of ham?
Yeah. Okay, he is breathing.
He is breathing. Good. I think you just saved your son's life.
Oh, my God.
How's his color?
His color is better. He's still wheezing.
Okay.
His eyes are wide open.
Okay.
And he's still trying to get rid of... Okay, it's coming. We can hear the siren. Please.
Hang in there, ma'am. You're a brave woman.
Oh, my God.
Okay, as soon as they get there, you tell them that he's still got a partial blockage.
Okay.
And make sure you tell him what he's got in his throat, a piece of ham. Okay, I'm going to wait till they get there, okay?
Okay. And thank you for your help. Okay, oh, he's throwing up.
He's throwing up?
Yeah.
Okay, turn his head to the side and clean out the mouth. Do it now.
Oh, he's turning blue again.
He's turning blue again?
When I found out the child was turning blue again, it let me know that the child had breathed some of the material back into his throat. I felt a sense of dread. I'm the kind of person that's very hard on myself. And I felt that maybe there was something more I could have done.
He had color before, now he doesn't, right, Brad? He was eating a piece of ham. They're here.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thanks for your help.
Bye.
He was eating a piece of ham.
It took 23 minutes for the foreman ambulance crew, including EMT Joan Fawcett, to get to the farm.
Because of the partial blockage, he wasn't getting enough oxygen. I've never seen a child as blue as this one was.
I think we just better grab him and go, guys.
I thought the child was in a lot of trouble, so we had to hurry up and get him out of here and get to someplace quick because he needed more help than we were able to give him.
Ryan, wake up.
His mouth was clamped shut tight.
Come on, buddy.
I would pinch him to see if there was any reaction, and there was no reaction.
Ryan, I'm not getting a pulse.
All of a sudden, I couldn't find a pulse at all. I thought we lost him completely, and I wasn't sure if I could go on myself, knowing that we did lose him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've been on ambulance runs with CPR, but I've never done CPR, and I was hoping I was doing everything right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He started choking, so that's when we turned him to his side, and a piece of ham fell out.
Give me the section.
It was pretty big. I couldn't believe how big it was.
Well, hi, Ryan.
He was looking around and he was responding to his name. It was the greatest feeling to know that he was getting better, because this was our first 911 call.
Ryan Simoneski was hospitalized and released 2 days later. Recently, Ryan celebrated his 3rd birthday.
Daddy, get you closer.
I've tried many times to imagine that whole thing happening without the 911 system and without anybody to telling you what to do and how to do it. I just can't imagine that this story would have the same ending it does today.
The most special gift the family received that day was a visit from dispatcher David Kulikowski.
It made me feel good when Bert came out and gave me a big hug, because she was so happy that her son was alive. And I knew she even liked me.
Words can't possibly explain how I feel. I
think he's the most wonderful person in the world. And I really feel that I owe Ryan's life to him.
You're a special, special person.
Step out of the car, please.